I'm back at the happiest place to live in the UK. That's completely irrelevant. The golf is going to do the talking for me. I was here not long ago in appalling weather and managed to somehow swim to a level par round. I want to beat that today. So we'll be keeping up with the score as we go. We start with a par 5 into the wind. Let's enjoy ourselves. Starting it up the tree line on the right. Left is not your friend here. Well, it's just at the middle of the tree line. I don't think that's going to get over them. I think it actually did, which is lucky because I didn't think I'd carry them. That hurt my whole body. Well, I'm not in any trouble over here. The difficulty now is I'm going to have to hit a fade with my 4-iron, which doesn't generally happen. And it's probably going to be everything I've got into the wind. It's 194 flag. Luckily, it's on the left. That was chunky. It's over the tree. It's perfectly safe. I'm in pain. Right, 38 yards is the total. Not actually sure if I need the mats today, but I'll be a good little boy and use one just in case. Don't want to get told off. Following a similar pattern to the last time I was here. A little up and down would be great here so I don't fall behind early. Try not to think about the overall score. There's 18 holes to play. Well, I just hit quite wonderful draw with the chipper, which wasn't really what the play demanded, but I've got about 4 feet for birdie. Oh, that's a bad sign. I never got a ball marker out. I don't like using T-pegs, I'm not going to lie to you. We'll make it work. And was it my plan to hit a rope hook 56 degree? No. Worked in my favour though. Let's knock this in. Would love an under par first hole. Ow! Ouch. Thought that was in from the moment I struck it. However, it didn't go in, as you could quite clearly tell. Nearly missed that as well somehow. Alright, par to begin with. Not much I've done wrong there. Tough hole into the wind. I'd rather that because the next hole is downwind and that is really hard. So, on we go. Well, if ever there was a vision of honest golf, that was it. A decentish drive that went 230 into the wind, duffed 4-iron, great chip, and a lip out. At least today you get to see some lovely views. That's the quarry over at Emsey. I used to live in Emsey. What a gorgeous place. This is a tough hole. Luckily the winter tee means it's only about 320 and it's downwind. So I'm starting this just right the flag. Draw it back a tad into the fairway. We won't worry about the left stuff. And go from there. Absolutely smoked. That's good to see. Should be a wedge in from there. Well, granted, I've buttoned that 4-iron. It's gone the same distance as my drive on the first, so that just goes to show how much the wind affects the ball. I've now got 127 playing 120, but again downwind, so probably 110, which is a nice 52. Let's turn this into a birdie chance. Be right distance. Oh, that hit the flag. That's hit the flag and rolled backwards. What a shot. How unlucky. Hate this game. That hurts, guys. The ball's gone from whispering sweet nothings to the flagstick to being completely rejected. We now have 25 feet, and if you're new to the channel, this is pretty much my golf game in a nutshell. Everything from godlike to god-awful, and we've seen it all within 1.5 holes already. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying it. And let's just 2-putt, please. Oh, that's taken a bit of a bumpy ride up the hill, and that's not great. Not much you can do about that. Let's take our time over this one. Firm and straight it is. That's a good save in the end. I feel like I deserved better, but that's golf for you. Level par through 2. I have to say I'm a tiny bit discombobulated after that start. I mean, how do you make sense of that? Right, I'm definitely not getting there today. It's about 300 yards, but the wind's into off the left. There's a little peak just on the sort of right centre of screen. That's sharp or which I've nearly been blown off a few times in the past. I'm aiming at that. And then if it fades with the wind, I'm okay with that too. That should be fine. Oh, that's so toey. Well, I'm doing the same thing as I did before. That's not as far left as the last time I was here, but it was not good. No bueno in Espanol. I've been struggling in this area recently. I've got a feeling my sand wedge has been bent through all the hacking in rocks and whatnot. This is 80 yards and I normally like that yardage, so I'm going to channel that. Obvious, I don't want to miss short, so maybe 83 into this wind, but let's face it, I don't have that kind of accuracy, I don't think. Touch it wind. Even that looks deep, and that was about a half swing, and my full swing should be about 95, so difficulties. Well, according to my watch, my approach went 86, so it's not a million miles off, granted, but into the wind it's probably gone 90. It's not flown as far. We have 20 feet for birdie. It's achievable likelihood, I don't know, like 10%, or for me, 1%. Well, that took a couple of detours en route to its end position. I thought it was going left to right, which in hindsight was silly. Did take a bobble, but welcome to winter greens, that's nobody's fault. Another tapping part. I'm sort of on course, I'm just one back of where I wanted to be through 3 holes, but so far, so good, and a long way to go. Right, well guys, I never said I played golf conventionally. The hole here goes left to right, but because the wind's helping off the right, I'm going over the right, which is flirting with the internal OB, which we won't talk about. Really, if I hit it on this line straight, we're fine, and then if it draws, we're even more fine. Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. Exactly what I'd planned. Fair to say my gamble paid off. I've actually gone through the fairway. It's given me a better angle, but I won't say this often, but I'm almost too close. It's only 65 yards, or 60 playing 65. Pin's near the front. I gathered that intelligence earlier. There is a ridge behind it, but it's not going to roll back off that, so I'm going to have to get cute. Something like that. A touch of a magician, if I do say so myself. If that's not close, I won't be a happy man. So a bit of a geography lesson. In the distance over there we have MC Crag. Been up there numerous times with the doggos. And there's MC Kirk, where you're not supposed to go with the dogs. Found that out the hard way by being told off by a farmer man. And this is how far we are. Gotta make it, really. Although I have missed one from this distance earlier. Good pace, good line, equals birdie. Great start. 1 under through 4. We're actually on pace with my previous attempt, but things unravelled slightly after this, so we'll switch on. Ish. Like I said on the green, I was 2 over for the next 4 holes here, so really need to switch on, and this is where I made bogey. I was nowhere near far enough right. If you can see the logs in the trees, I'm actually going on that line, and even that's not far enough. I'm just sort of thinking if I hit a fade, we'll be fine, as well as if I hit it straight. So here goes nothing. Well, that's an incredible line. I hope it gets over. I hope there's no people down there. I don't really know, but I've struck that beautifully. Well, this should be interesting. I've yet again not taken enough off. You just have no idea how far right you actually need to aim there. I could go under the trees, but where's the fun in that? It's about 65 yards downwind, and a full swing flop is normally about 52, so we won't be far off with that. I think I just caught the blade of the club, aka the hosel. We all know this is not my forte. Luckily on this occasion, the green isn't underwater like it was last time. That was impossible. Slightly downhill and quite a bit of right to left, so the downhill bit should help. Let's just 2-putt and we'll be doing better than I did last time. Bobble. Thank you. Oh my. Well, that extra 10% has taken it 10% by, of course. Well, as Harry Potter once said, it's going to be a bumpy ride, or the film anyway. Made it way home. That doesn't even make sense. But I've made a 4 and I'm very happy with that. We suddenly go 1 ahead of where we were before. Yeah, we were level. Now we're 1 under. Come on. This is definitely where Skipton shows its teeth somewhat. The usual yellow tee is in front of me, so it's 184, but we're into off the left, which is a hateful wind for me. Tough old hole, and I bogeyed it the last time, so any improvement on that is great. Oh, you good thing. What a line. Please be the right distance. Just how I drew it up. Slightly long of flag high and absolutely pure as anything. For once, that was nice decision making from me. I normally, when the wind's left to right, will aim left and then completely forget that I hit a draw normally. So what I did there was pretty much aim, I don't know, like 5 feet left of the flag, and then the ball flight started right to left, and then the wind hits it on the second half and nudged it back towards the flag. We are long. Superb shot though, just to hit the green is a great, great effort. So, tough putt, downhill again, let's just get off with a par. And then we'll be 2 ahead of where we were previously and flying. Now break. There you go. Lovely weight, pretty good line. Should, emphasis on should, result in a nice tap-in par. That almost feels like a birdie. When you're hitting a 5-iron off the tee from the best part of, well, what you feel like is a 190 shot, that is exceptionally good. Playing some good golf so far. Sorry about the angle. The camera is in a wall. Not much I can do, I'm afraid. I hate this sort of tee shot. I don't generally draw the driver, so it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. So it's a 4-iron. The problem with that is it's into the wind, so we're going to have a longer approach. Just a little draw off the right-hand side. I'm sort of looking at a tree that I can't quite reach with this club, so if I hit it straight on that line, that's okay too. Oh no. That's a big pull left. That's going to require a lot of luck. And if anybody can get themselves out of bad situations, it's me. It's only 130 to the flag. The difficulty is I'm going to have to hit a low draw. Got a 6-iron. The difficulty now is deciding how far I need to hit it, really, because it's so soft. Just didn't quite keep it low enough. The actual strike and shape was insane, but it's just popped out to the right somewhere, so bit of an up and down required. Have to admit, I was never deluded enough to believe that this would go without problems. And if you did, I don't feel like you've watched very closely in the past. 40 or so yards is the yardage here. Just sort of need to flick it in there. It's not my favourite yardage, but now it's time to turn that around. That's extremely low and very, very sexy. Well, I would argue that sumptuous was a bit of an understatement to describe that. Really been struggling at that yardage just to get the distance right, but I managed to marry up distance and line. Now let's sweep this home. I didn't even look at that. Let's try that again. Wiggled home. That's a great par in the end after a dreadful tee shot. And we remain 1 under, 2 ahead. Can I just give a quick shout out to Stuart Lang? Congratulations, mate, on winning the giveaway, which involves a round of golf with yours truly and Paul, amongst other wonderful bits and bobs. Don't worry, everyone. Don't get downhearted. Don't be crying into your cushion at home. There's more to come, I promise you. Some seriously cool stuff is happening on the channel soon. So be aware, keep watching. And that, more of a geography lesson for you, is I'm not sure in terms of the name of the hills, but in the middle there, where you can sort of see the dark brown become the light brown, is Skipton Old Road. So it's an old Roman road whereby you can now take your doggies on a lovely walk. And the best thing about it, because I've got spaniels, they run off like absolute idiots all the time. It's walled on either side, so you never have to run into any livestock or anything like that. So it's super safe, super cool if you're in the Skipton area and want something to do beyond wandering around the streets of Skipton town itself. Anywho, par 5, wind down off the left, love that. Best place to be is hugging the left side because I can only hit a draw with my second shots apparently. So that's what we're going to do. Going to aim pretty much at the flag, and then if it drifts left on the wind, that's fine. I've just started that way right. I've absolutely clubbed it. Luckily, there's a few strands of short grass just right of the trees, which I'm hopeful I've found, but tried to hit that too hard, I think. Yeah. Okie dokie. So much to unpack there. I nearly got mauled by a bee. Luckily didn't get stung. That would have been bad for both of us. The second thing is, the tree line is about 10 yards over here, and my ball is now left of it. I promise I'm not cheating, but I can't make sense of that, to be honest. It must have hit a branch or something and just kicked it left, but ball's okay. 168 is my number, so it's a nice smooth 8-iron downwind. Big opportunity here on a par 5. Big drive as well, 302 in cold conditions. Cool. Pulled it a bit. Oh, that might have flown as well. Get down, please. Okay, no, distance was good. Picked the right 8-iron. Only got one 8-iron. We're putting for eagle. Realistically, I just want to secure the 2-putt here, and if we can somehow just dribble it in the front door for an eagle, I'll be elated. That would be 3 under. Realistically, 2 under is very good through 8 holes, considering I was 1 over par at this time last occasion. Let's give that a go. Get left. Well, I completed my task. Was looking for a safe 2-putt, and even I can't miss that. Thought it may have had a chance at some stage. But no qualms with a birdie. 2 under through 8 holes. Awesome. Very awesome. Very happy with this so far. But I'm under no illusions. Winter golf very much suits me. And when the tees are up like this, makes some holes a lot easier than they would normally be. This is normally a bit of a brute off the backs. But from here, it's 37. No, it isn't. It's about 280 and it's into the wind, so I'm definitely not getting there up the hill this time. So put together a good drive and go from there. And that is the very definition of a good drive. That's as good as I can hit the golf ball. Even if it goes 230, I'm happy with that. I tell you what, I might end up buried with that M2, it's that good. I don't know what the future holds, but bearing in mind, I went for a 5k run with my wife yesterday and my whole body hurts today. That might not be that far away in all honesty. We've got 44 yards, which is very reminiscent of a Hugh Holdback, so if I can replicate that shot, I'll be very happy. No, not quite. Just landed in the bank short. I've got a birdie putt. Not as good as the last, but still okay. I will just clarify. I was sort of meaning that I was hoping that some sort of manufacturer would watch my videos and be like, he's actually an okay golfer and with some decent equipment that wasn't 10 years old plus, we could actually gain some distance and accuracy, but you never know. I am very happy with what I have. Probably need new wedges and maybe a new putter, but you never know. We'll see. Or maybe I'll keep the putter if this goes in. Going okay so far. Pathetic. Get me a new putter immediately. I'm joking. That was all on me. Just never hit it hard enough up the hill. Should be another par save though. I say save. Should have been a birdie opportunity, but I don't mind pars. I'm 2 under. That's 9 holes done. Par on the next and then a very tricky hole, albeit I think it's downwind, so need to keep my wits about me, but we're doing well so far. We're ahead of the game. I feel great. I'm 3 ahead of my target score at this point, or my previous score that is, and I'm just going pin seeking here. The wind's off the right and maybe slightly helping. It's 129 playing 124, so should be a perfect 50 degree. Oh, that's missed the target by so far. Also mishit, also in the bunker. That was shoddy. Not a good example of how to set yourself up and hit a golf shot, to be honest. I hit it so poorly, I'm still short, like way short. Fortunately not in the bunker, which would have made it more tricky, but from 120 odd yards, should probably be getting it a bit closer than this. I had a lot of check. Distance was really good. The line wasn't great, annoyingly. Don't know if that was just a strange bounce, but we can make that. I really want to make that, is what I'm saying. I think that's one thing that really separates good from great, really, is just, you can't make mistakes like that as a great golfer. You can if you're me, though. Yes! That would have been soul destroying. I would have been very upsetty spaghetti, but take a part. Pars are good. Pars are very good. Nice view of the quarry, but I need to be just to the right of those trees up the left, I think is the ideal line. And that is exactly where I've hit it. Tee's off down there somewhere, but what a drive. That's an amazing view. And that white flag in the background is the 17th. That signifies it's back to normal. So that is a brute of a hole when it was quite an easy one before. So something to note there. The course is tougher than last time, but the weather's a lot better. My tee shot was fantastic. I've got 90 playing 83, but downwind. So it's more like 78 yard shot. See if I've got that in the locker. Looks good. Oh, it's a bit short. It's not a million miles off, but I've missed a green, akin to missing your mouth with a spoon. As you can see, a wild miscalculation from me. Luckily it's soft. This would be unbelievably difficult. I'd contemplate putting, but I'm just going to land it about a yard on. It's a nice nippy lie, so it'll check. Roll out a tiny bit. Hopefully a tap in. Well, that was super spongy. Well, that's done very well. I'll go tap in. Was trying to land it there when it actually landed about here, but it worked out in the end. Sometimes the best laid plans and all that. Right, a messy part, but a par nonetheless, and a little view of my bottom. Not as good as that one though. We move. I've picked up another shot because I bogeyed that last time. I was off in the trees somewhere. Right, I'm going to have a swipe. My favourite hole on the course. Yeah. Bit of a wait. I've got a friend. Let's try and show him a good drive. Oh, it's a bit left. Oh. Clipped a tree. Might be in the water. Oh dear. Luckily, I thought I'd hit one of those trees where the water is, but I think it was this one. I'm fine. I'm just a long way back. I've got 147 into the wind, so it's more like probably 160 actually, which is a full 8 iron. I don't want to go long though, so I'm going to take a little bit off it. Just drive it forward if I can. Well, that was pure. Just hop left. Yeah, I'm delighted with that. After what was a pretty dicey tee shot, that's a great second. Well, that was a very professional approach for once. I don't often say that on the channel, but can this time. Left myself under the hole. Straight uphill putt. And what I will say, a bit of advice, is always focus on the next shot in front of you. There's no point really chasing a score. That's when you'll make mistakes because you'll try and get too aggressive or start thinking more about the score than the shot. Always stay in the present. So that's what I'm going to do here. Slow, right to left, birdie putt. That's a little hard. That's more than a little hard. Oh, I'm actually going to leave the flag in. Gives me something to hit, if that makes sense. I do not believe it. I mean, that's not going to drop now, but it is overhanging. Well, that was a mistake. I think my 10 seconds is up. Well, what a silly bogey. Suddenly gone from comfortable to upset, disgusted, devastated. Back to 1 under. Well, my lingering hopes of coasting home, half celebrating are out the window. Slapped in the face again by the golf course. Although that first putt was a little pacey, shall we say. And this is a signature hole, a tough one. Not a long one though, off this back tee. Just got to get the 4 iron in play, really. And I think that's what we've done. I would love a bounce left just off that hill. Didn't get it. It's too wet for that. That's going to be a very entertaining stance, but nicely struck 4. Well, awkward's the theme here. The good news is it's 100 playing 97. So that actually makes life a little easier for me. I don't have to go for the 56, which doesn't make sense anymore in terms of how far it goes. I've got the 52. That would go 110, so a little off it. It is into the wind. I'd be happy with just getting this on the green, to be honest. I'm having to choke down. Wow, that is flying left. Good shot, that. I'm happy. I'm on the green. That's all I really wanted in the end. That was a clever shot. That's often sorely lacking from my repertoire. I'd love to make this and give myself a cushion because the next 2 holes are pretty difficult and then a good chance on the last, but don't need to be requiring a birdie on 18 to break par if we can help it. That was woefully bad. Somehow got the read wrong and the pace wrong. Yeah, I can see it being a nervy finish. That was a good clean-up, but completely unnecessary. 1 under, 3 to go. 2 tough ones and hopefully easy one. Right, a lovely but treacherous par 3. It's 138 down to 126. My ball's off the tee, that's not ideal. It's slightly downwind, but I don't want to hit gap wedge and bring short into play, so it's just a nice pitching wedge, and if it goes over the flag, we'll still be putting. Slightly right of it, nice strike. Still short. Luckily only just. Yeah, I've missed the green, I'm just on the fringe. It's putter all day, even for me I would say. Oh, I've actually spun it back. The distance wasn't too bad, to be honest. Was expecting about 5 yards of extra in-flight entertainment. Didn't get it. It's not too bad. Just make par and move on. I'm already panicking about 17, to be honest. Nice to see the pace was good, finally. Just missed it to the right. And now we have a bit of a wait on the tee. And it's a very, very hard hole. So let's cross our fingers and hope for the best. I wasn't wrong. It was a very long wait. Nerves are a jangling. Need confidence. I've shot every single tree with the rangefinder up the left to figure out which one to aim at. And really, there's more room than you think, right? So I'm going to aim at the very end tree and just smash this. Oh no. Well, that's going towards the winter green. It's absolutely fine. There's no danger over there. It's going to make for a tough second, but I guess we're in play. That's all I can ask for. If only we were on the winter green. Back we go. Take a drop. Try and hit it on the green. No idea. Looks pretty good. Humongous divot, went for miles. So this just adds to the fact that I have no clue how far my wedges go. I'm long of pin high, so that's gone 124 again and pitched 123. Don't want this getting away from me. It's gently downhill, but it'll be slow. That collar was annoying. There's a lot of furry noises as that ball crossed the green, but it is a good putt. Safety first and all that. All right, good par. That's probably the hardest hole on the course for me. 1 under with 1 to play, an OB up the left and a long wait. I am never one to name and shame, and I can't because I don't know who they are. But I've waited on every hole today. On the last must have been nearly 15 minutes, and that's just far too slow for me. I hope to God I make par or better on this last, or I might be throwing hands. I'm joking, I would never, but just play faster, please. So now I'm mildly raging. I've gone cold, my back hurts, and it's about 280. It's playing up to that green, so I'm not getting there into the wind. Good time for my best one of the day. Just absolutely no height and no idea. There we go, guys. A tremendous early evening view to hopefully cap off a great round of golf. I've got my winter mat. Because it's so muddy down here, I'm going to use it to my advantage and chip up and hopefully make birdie for a wonderful 2 under par 69. That was not how I drew it up in my mind. It was a little thin and checky. Worked out well. By no means a tap-in. However, hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed. I know I have. I mean, Skipton's fantastic. One thing I will say is 4 hours for 16 holes is a bit annoying. I'm not going to lie to you, but unfortunately I am a single and there's 3s and 4s out on the course, so what can you do? I thought that was in Holloway. Not to worry, 1 under par 70. Thank you so much for watching, really appreciate it. See you next week, goodbye.